r/AskReddit, what is something you consider too serious to joke about? Because this says you, there are a lot of things I personally hate hearing jokes about because they genuinely seem like the person is just trying to be edgy. If there is a heat of the moment, quick wit, once in a lifetime lineup for a dark joke about anything, sure. But saying, anyone wanna hear a dark joke, out of nowhere or not reading the room during a talk about that topic is just attention seeking. Wanna hear a dark joke? Say Lupa but replace the L with AP. Relax snowflakes, it's called dark humor. I think the limit is when the person being joked about doesn't want to be joked about. I can make jokes about fat people, but it's not right to joke about an specific fat person. Why shouldn't I joke about your mom? I would never joke about someone's child's death. Miscarriage, stillborn, or child death are all off limits. This is the one for me. There is an innocence surrounding children that feels so wrong to disrupt, and equally disheartening to witness be disrupted even through seemingly innocuous comedy. For me, joking about someone's mental health struggles is off limits. I've seen firsthand how deeply it can affect people, and it's not something to take lightly. I was trying to come up with how to say pretty much exactly what you said. Not too long ago an acquaintance, obviously not someone I know well, they would know better, made a crack about a past issue of mine and it stung like hell. It was something that nearly killed me and ruined my life, and now we're joking about it? Not rape from the standpoint of victim blaming, or jokingly saying I'm gonna rape them etc. It is not okay to perpetrate that as being lighthearted. A joke has to be funny. Never saw a joke about rape being funny. As someone from my country, Pierre Desproges, said, we can laugh of everything, but not with everyone. No matter the joke, someone, somewhere, won't like it. It means that, when it comes to jokes, nothing is off limits, but you just have to be careful about your audience. And amp, #X200B. Edit, wow, this blew up. Thanks for all the replies. And for the jokes. Winky face, I know that, in context, he didn't mean exactly that, but the point still stands. Illness and disabilities of someone. Sexual assault. Rape. I broke up with a guy who tried to make a joke about it right after I told him about my experience with almost being raped. What a scummy man. I hope you are doing well. Sexual assault is no joke, it perpetuates victim blaming and minimizes survivors' trauma. For me, it's suicide. Having lost a friend to suicide, I've seen firsthand how devastating it is for those left behind. Jokes about it can be really triggering for people who've been affected, and they might trivialize a serious issue. As someone who has attempted suicide, I briefly unsubscribed from a lot of meme subreddits because of that trend in the late 2010s. I don't know why, but 9/11 jokes always annoy me. LOL. I don't know, I get the shock value or whatever the fuck, it's just not funny in my opinion. LOL. To each their own, of course. I feel like the shock value is gone. If I see an Instagram reel with two towers, a plane, or both, that will be in the comments. Even if it was unrelated. Being handicapped, when it's at the handicapped person's expense. When it makes them look bad. There's a country named Pierre Desproges. Being on a critical illnesses. Since these people are losing hope, we should be minded of what we say. Instead, let's make them feel more eager to live and have more hopes for tomorrow. Hey, if you're ever in a hospital and John Cena visits you, you know it's not good. When people tell racist jokes to test the water if they can be openly racist. I'm not racist, but whenever I hear someone start a sentence with that, I'm about to hear them be racist. I have black friends. Religions, try to make jokes about religions, after that you'll receive some Bible verses and holy mockery from religious hypocrites. At the Last Supper, Judas Iscariot turned to John the Baptist and said, bloody hell, whoever made this food ought to be crucified. Religious jokes scale. Christianity, easy mode. Islam, hard mode. As a Christian, bring on the religious jokes. The Bible allows it, but I don't hear many. The Bible says that humor is a good thing. Keeping spirits up is what we need. Cancer. Being a patient really changes your life perspective. All dark jokes are okay, though, the wording is even more important. Joking about deep and difficult topics requires talent, so how you express yourself, I think, is very important. One thing I find too serious to joke about is someone's physical or mental health struggles. Jokes about illness, disability, or mental health can be deeply hurtful and dismissive of the real challenges people face. These issues are often personal and sensitive, and making light of them can contribute to stigma and make those affected feel even more isolated. It's important to approach these topics with empathy and respect, recognizing the impact they have on individuals' lives. One topic I consider too serious to joke about is grief and loss. When someone is dealing with the death of a loved one, jokes about their situation can come off as deeply insensitive and dismissive of their pain. Grief is a personal and profound experience, and humor in this context can often feel hurtful rather than comforting. It's important to approach such sensitive subjects with empathy and respect, recognizing the emotional weight they carry. Child molestation and cancer. Race and politics. I will never not crack jokes about Matt Gaetz getting his first high school girlfriend at 38. My student loans. Trust me, I've tried to make jokes about it, but my bank account doesn't find it funny. You can joke about anything you want, but jokes have meaning, and if you don't want people to think you didn't mean that, you shouldn't say it. Nothing. If the joke is funny, then it should be told. Shouldn't be any topics off limits. These jokes can often challenge boundaries or provokes thought, and if it's funny, it can help people process difficult subjects. I dunno man, I was at this comedy club where the comic was doing crowd work and he compared this poor guy with face burns and a voice box to Freddy Krueger and the guy started crying. Only answer: if I can't laugh, I'll cry. It's so much better to laugh emo. And knowing your audience. Anything can be funny, but it's who you're making the joke to that makes all the difference when going dark. Learning to read the room is one of the hardest parts of comedy. Holocaust jokes. I'm tired of them and so inappropriate. Must be like 6 million Holocaust jokes at this point. Just get rid of them, throw them in the fire, do whatever you have to do. Edit: no, seriously, they're not funny. There has to be a solution. I see what you did there. The worst is when people deny the jokes ever happened. Jokes that are intended to make you laugh at someone being subjugated by an oppressor in some form. The topic itself is okay. E.g., jokes about rape are okay, but jokes that take a jab at a person getting raped are not. Religious beliefs. There are people who is devoted to religions and their beliefs, so we better not make fun of it, instead respect it. Rape. There goes half the Catholic priest jokes. Child abuse. Never funny, always serious. Not really answering the question, but one time I told a classmate in a wheelchair to stand up for himself and almost got a discipline case. Tragedy is when I cut my finger. Comedy is when you fall down an open manhole and die. Mel Brooks. I would never joke in such a way as to put myself in danger. I would never joking drink bleach for the lulz. I would never jokingly shoot myself in the leg for internet points. Whether every single question in AskReddit is for producing human-generated content for training AIs. Because that's what it seems like these days. The sheriff is near. Joke wouldn't be acceptable now, but still funny. When someone disappears and later turns up dead. Jimmy Carr says you can joke about anything, just not with anyone. So, the fresh, personal trauma of whoever it is with whom you're speaking. Make jokes about whatever, so long as you aren't punching down. Make fun of Nazis, not the Jews that died to them. Makes jokes about 9/11, so long as you don't laugh at the 2,700 Americans who died. The Holocaust. Rape and sexual assault, will never find it funny. Rather than telling people I left home because I was molested, I think it's a lot funnier to say my stepdad rubbed me the wrong way. I am a survivor, in all seriousness. Jokes don't take away from the severity if they're tactful and actually funny. This is not at my expense. It's just humorous. Worst part is the hypocrisy. Some of those jokes are just so forced. Nah, some of them are used for those hour-long YouTube videos or YouTube shorts/reels/TikToks. R/gaming definitely went to shit lately when it was flooded with those interview-style posts. We all know nobody is reading the top-level responses after the first 50 to 100. It's just algorithm/engagement bait. I could hear the title of this post in the stupid fucking AI voice as soon as I read this.
Hey guys, it's Reddit Glitch. Thanks for watching to the end of the video. I just wanted to ask you guys to hit the subscribe button because according to my statistics, 98.8% of my viewers are not subscribed, which I think you should subscribe because it's free and we're going to have a lot more bangers in the future, so subscribe. Again, thanks for watching. Bye.